Hi everyone, welcome back to This Book Belongs to Fam. Today I want to share all of the books that I got in 2021. Oh god, it's heavy, it's heavy. So I don't really buy a lot of books these days. I used to buy a lot. I used to have a lot of books that I haven't read but are just collecting dust on my shelves, but these days I read almost exclusively on my Kindle. Then when I find a book that I like, I get a hardcover and, have it whenever I want to reread the book. So today's video is just going to be a tiny haul of all of the books that I got in 2021, as well as like the first couple of days of 2022. Some of them I bought myself, some of them are gifted. So let's just dive right in. So let's start with the first book that I bought in years, which is the Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. So this is the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. This is the book that got me into the whole fantasy, young adult fantasy genre, and basically opened the floodgates to a lot more reading. I think I read this last year around February. I bought it in my Kindle, and then I read it while I was traveling back home from California to Manila. So I actually finished Crooked Kingdom on the plane ride back to Manila. This is just the regular hardcover box set. So it came with this box thingy. I initially wanted to get the collector's edition because I really like the, what do you call that? Sprayed, painted edges. But I really love this cover. I really love the crow imagery and how you have like the, I guess the city in the negative space in the image, as well as in here. So this one has the boss crow in here. It's not really that visible on screen, but there's a debossed crow in there. And then I'm guessing this one, Crooked Kingdom, has that as well. And Crooked Kingdom is red, so it has the debossed crow there. It's much more visible here. And just have the spines. That's the first one. I got this 10th anniversary edition of The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. So this is one of the 3 books that I actually haven't read that I bought a physical copy for. I got this at Fully Booked during my birthday. So my birthday is in December. Sagittarius represent. This is one of the books that I want to read for the longest time, but I just haven't made the time for it. And I saw this edition and I really like it. It has this like splotches design. I was actually at first worried because since it feels like paper, unlike the sort of plasticky feeling of the other hardcovers, I feel like if I drop water on this, it's gonna ruin some of the print. But then my partner told me that it's just gonna, look in theme with the splotches on the design. So that was kind of funny. I really like this one. It's a simple design, but then look at this inside. It has a debossed illustration, and then look at the foiling in the spine. Following The Book Thief, I think within the next week, I met up with my dad and my sister. We had my birthday sort of dinner together, as well as my sister's. My dad actually got me a book because it was my birthday. So I got Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. So this is just one of the books that I've already read and I really love, and I know that I would want to read this again. So I just got the hardcover of it. It's very simple, same design as the paperback. And then you also have a super simple front cover, naked cover with a foiled spine. So yeah, not much to say about this. I'm just happy that I have a copy of it and then I can reread it physically anytime. And then the next book that I got, I actually thrifted this book from Shopee. So I'm pretty new to the whole Shopee used books section. I read The Final Empire. When did I read that? I think I read it in November, like end of November or early December. And I loved it so much that I wanted to read Well of Ascension physically. I wanted to like the feeling of, just bunking down with the book. So I decided to find a used copy of Well of Ascension. What I actually found was this. This is a remaindered copy. So that's the mark at the top. This is a remaindered copy of The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. And it's in pretty good condition. Just the edges of the sleeve is just a little bit beat up, but I don't really mind that much. It has a super simple naked cover. So super excited for that. I'm gonna read this actually as part of a readathon that I'm doing. More info on that in a later video. So yeah, I only have Well of Ascension. I'm still looking for a used or like remaindered copy of the third book, which is Hero of Ages, and the first book, which is The Final Empire. If you're selling this edition of the Mistborn series, let me know. The next book that I got is actually a gift from my sister. So I don't like to showcase this a lot because of She Who Must Not Be Named. We already know what I'm talking about, but I have the Mina Lima, this illustrated edition, an illustrated and interactive edition of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is a gift from my sister for Christmas. So I'm collecting this edition of the Harry Potter series because I love the illustrations. I'm a graphic designer by day. So all of the illustrations and the interactive elements as well as just the layout design, I really love the Mina Lima studio work, so I just couldn't pass up on this. The thing that kills me is that this series is really precious to me, not for its I don't know how good it is in a literary way, but more of just the memories and the sentiment that I have attached to this book, and it really goes deep into my childhood because these books are very important for me for coping with all of the things that I've experienced when I was younger. So it's really important to me, this story. Look at how pretty this is, which kills me. So this is like Harry traveling via the Flu network. So you see, I'm not sure if you can see it, but see that into so good. Another thing that I also got for Christmas, this time it's from my partner, is the what do you call this series? Villains series, I think it's what it's called. Vicious and Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. So I really enjoyed Vicious. I read Vicious in my Kindle. I borrowed it from the library and I really enjoyed it. And since I enjoyed the first book so much, I decided that it would be worth it to just get the second book as well. And I'm super excited to read Vengeful. This is actually a nice size as well. It's not too big. It's also very light. So this is what Vengeful looks like. Very simple, not a lot of frills in it. So the last book that I got in this haul is the UK edition of Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Oh, I love this book. So I read this in my Kindle as well. It's like a family drama slash thriller book. I read this in one sitting. I read it from like 12 midnight to 4 or 5 a.m. I also enjoy Taylor Jenkins Reid's storytelling so much. She has this way with words that's just very captivating, which made me super excited to actually read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, because from what I've heard, the father of our main character in this book is actually one of the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo, if I'm not mistaken. That's how I understood it. So that makes me all the more excited to read that Seven Husbands book. Look at this end paper. So beautiful. Look at that. So beautiful. See? That's it. Those are all of the books that I got in 2021, and I guess the first few days of 2022. There's not a lot because I like I said, I buy or I read from my Kindle. Oh god, okay. that's it for today's video. This is my first ever book haul video. Honestly, I won't be making a lot of these videos because like I said, I don't buy a lot of books. These are all the books that I got in 2021 for a whole year. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. If you've already read some of the books that I showcased in this haul, let me know in the comments and let me know your thoughts on them. But no spoilers for the books that I haven't read it, okay? Okay.